guys, welcome back to Kim's Credit Talk, where we discuss today everything business credit. We've gotten so many questions in regards to how do I get business credit? How do I maintain business credit? What are trade lines? Just several questions. So I want to answer some of those questions for you today in regards to how to obtain business credit. I want to share with you, building business credit is a process. It is not something that's going to happen overnight. You're going to have to put a lot of work into it, just as if you were to for your personal credit. So building business credit is even, I would say personally, harder than building personal credit. But there is a reward in the end because you'll have another line of credit that you can utilize for your business, and not so much on your personal side. So there is an advantage to building business credit for your business in several different ways. Building business credit is set up in what we call tiers. There are several tiers, tier 1 being the first, and it can go all the way up to tier 6. Tier 1 is for the new business builders. So you want to start with tier 1, building business credit. And in tier 1, you have to have several things established before you can even apply for any business credit. You should have an EIN number, which is basically your social security number for your business, which you should have obtained by now. That is a free number that you can obtain, doesn't cost you anything, after you have established your business, be it an LLC, a corporation, or whatever. So you should have an EIN number established already for your business. Without that number, you cannot get any business credit. It's like applying for personal credit without a social security number. So we know that we have to have all that stuff in place before we can apply for any business credit. Secondly, you will need what they call a DUNS number. It's basically obtained under the Duns and Bradstreet website. It is a free number that you can obtain on your own. You don't need anybody to get this number for you. You shouldn't have to pay anybody to get this number for you. I know several people have mentioned things that I've read that they've paid to get EIN numbers, DUNS numbers. Your EIN number is established when you get your business credit set up. There is a fee for the state that you live in, and that's a one-time fee. So you don't have to pay $600, $700, $800 to anybody to get that information. Just go on your state website or Google it and look it up, and you can obtain that EIN number. The Duns and Bradstreet number, as I said before, is a free number. Just go to Duns and Bradstreet, Google it.com, and you'll be able to obtain that information basically by putting in your business information, which will be your EIN number, business name, business address, all of that. And moving forward, this will get you set up to be able to track your business credit under what they call the NAV website, which is where all of your business credit scores are held. So once you have all that established, you can then start applying for business credit. Connecting with the NAV website will enable you also to track your business credit once you start obtaining what they call scores. So in my opinion, my first stop was to get set up with NAV, and you can find that out on the NAV website. I registered with NAV and I joined the NAV Boost. They have, I believe, 3 different levels of memberships, and one is just a tracker. It's free of charge, and I think it's a limited time that you can be under that one. But the other one is NAV Boost, which will cost you $39.99 a month. And I believe there is also a coupon code that you can put in to get a discount for that. I can link below the coupon code number. It is a fee of $39.99 a month, but what they do also is give you one trade line once you join. So that will get you set up and start tracking your credit under their website. I highly recommend it because it kind of lets you see exactly where you are once you start applying for business credit. You'll find that you will constantly be in that app, because they have an app, trying to see, if your scores have posted. Because if you have no scores, you won't be benefited any business credit, or any of the higher tier business credit levels, I should say. So I personally did get established some business credit with only 2 scores reporting. There are 3 altogether. You have the Duns and Bradstreet, which is your Paydex score. That's the number 1 one. And that's kind of like your main one. And then you have Experian and you have Equifax, which I'm sure you are familiar with, because we also have those lines of credit under our personal credit. They are no way connected though. So you can't call Experian and ask them on the Experian website about your business credit, because it's a totally different setup and it's a totally different system. Same thing for Equifax. And you can actually communicate with NAV, because I have on their NAV app. If you have any questions in regards to your Paydex, or if something's not looking right, they will get back to you. My experience, they've gotten back to me, and they followed up with, answers to some of my questions. So you want to ask yourself, what companies do I start off applying to begin this stage of building my business credit? I would start off, like I said earlier, with my tier 1 level accounts. So some of the companies that are listed under a tier 1 account is a company called Quill. There's one called Shirtsy. There's one called Grainger. And I would even throw in a gas company. I was lucky enough to acquire a trade line with Pilot Flying J. I was also able to acquire a trade line with BP gas card. Gas cards are kind of difficult to get in the beginning stages, but I guess, I don't know, I was lucky, I guess, I don't know. And it also depends on what kind of company you have. So I have a vending company. So they look at that as something comparable to maybe what I would use, because I use a vehicle a lot for my company. So that's one of the companies as well. But starting out, you may get a denial, but like I said, it's a process. So don't get discouraged. Keep building and don't stop there. Just keep moving, forward with other companies, that will probably, establish some credit with you at the beginning stages. There are several ones. I will list some of those, like I said, in the link below, and let you know what some of those are. And moving forward in some of my future videos, I'll also share with you, as you start building more, some of the other gems of how to build business credit. But like I said, there are several companies under the tier 1 level that you can apply to get, to start building your business credit. Some of the other ones that some people try and apply to at a tier 1 level, but it's definitely not a tier 1 level, are stores like Sam's Club, Costco. Those companies are harder to obtain at a tier 1 level, simply because you don't have all 3 scores reporting yet. Once you get all 3 scores reporting, it still may be a little difficult, but you have a better chance of applying and also a better chance of getting approved. But I wouldn't start with Sam's Club, Amazon. Those kind of stores are more at level 2, tier 2 accounts. So I wouldn't start there at all. Like I said, I would start with Quill. I would start with Grainger. There's another company called Sunbelt. If you have that type of company that, need industrial type vehicles for rental and that kind of stuff. I would still throw in a gas card. It doesn't hurt to try it. You may get denied, but like I said, it's a building process. So don't get discouraged. I had several denials, but I also had several approvals. So I didn't let it stop me. I kept building, and, it just inspired me to keep going. So in my next videos, I'll share with you guys on how to continue your journey to building business credit. But right now, we're going to sign off. Stay inspired, keep building, keep educating yourself, and keep in mind that this is a process. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. But in my future videos, I will share with you guys on how to get past some of those roadblocks, how to continue building your business credit, and just staying educated about your business credit. So stay tuned and have a blessed day. Peace.